Hello, hello. Minecraft is going to be a little bit quiet, probably. Let me reset myself real quick. And we're back, everyone. I don't know if I should put music in the background for this, but I'll probably leave it without it for the time being. Yeah, it's an unusual day for me to be streaming because I do have work tomorrow. Server is up, so I'm going to go ahead and connect, although I'm going to go and hide the app. Thank you, Prody. Alright, here we are. So it's a bit of a mess. There's a giant hole right here. Not exactly sure responds that again. I thought I was pretty close to it, but I think the spawn was like open a tree or something. Either way, we should probably build a house around the spawn. Type my name wrong, let me see if I can warp to you guys. There might be a server protection on the spawn. Also, it's getting late, and that's kind of still charter. I'm ready to do some of these things. It's been a long time. Air. That is not how you do that. Alright, that should be about early morning. Yeah, I'll have to see if there's something about spawn protection. But yeah, this spawn is a whack. Okay, I'm hearing a lot of spiders. There's probably a dungeonry here. Like there would not normally be that many spider sounds. Well, it's only going to be a crater if few people do it. Well, that, or I suppose creepers do it. My plan would simply to be build a nice base around it so people won't get spawn killed. Either way, it would be a good idea to go ahead and build some sort of house to hide in. Because a beta nighttime is no joke. A lot of aura just right here. Let me make a few torches. And I can probably go adventuring. Yep, that's what I figured, Celica. There was just way too many noises for that to not be a dungeon. I'll let you handle that. My leg's probably gonna get in the way. I'm just going to work in collecting a nice few supplies, and then I'll probably work on a hunt somewhere. You can see how really dark this version of the game gets. Yeah, please do leave the spawners. For every dungeon we find, just go ahead and leave them. There is no mechanical benefit to breaking one outside of not having them spawn anymore. But just placing a bunch of torches will solve that issue. This is roughly respawns at, so I'm just going to kind of leave some torches out in the open here cause I think I'm allowed to place stuff as operator. Alright, did you folks find the lava spot here? Chicken egg down here. Yeah, the lava kind of did some damage on this place when the server first started. That's why there's that workbench over there. Because I was starting to build an axe to cut down the trees fast enough. Alright, it's starting to get late. Okay, I have a lot of coal. I will make some torches. See if I can try and keep this place lit up outside a little bit. Yeah, I can't see anything. A whole 250 megabytes. Erica should be decently lit up. If we've got some iron cooking, let me take out a little bit. Cause I think that's the ones I put in there. There were some sheep out here. Now were they down in the pit somewhere? I'm not sure. Are you folks okay with the disconnects and reconnects? Yeah, let me make sure everything's going on okay in here. Yep, and was. Server panel, I don't have it up, but I shouldn't need it up. I got 3 wool, but that's not really enough beds. Oh, that was something going off out there. I think that's a slightly old sound. That sounds like the alpha explosion. Yeah man, I've got nostalgia for them too. Or this cave is deep, huh? Why did they make a second crafting table? I am very silly today. Not really sure why I did that like I did. But that'll work okay down in here, I suppose. Better than nothing. 2 iron will get me a sword. I'll probably not survive much combat, but oh yup, there's a skeleton in here somewhere. Oh yeah, I got him. Not bad gameplay for the ping. Yeah, I've actually found brown mushrooms down here. Is it too close to spawn, or is your connection that rough? I'm not really sure what to do about that. I can go and check the control panel and see if there's anything going on. Okay, this is just a massive pile of ore down here. Yeah, it seems like everything's fine in the console. Is it just reforming every time you try to break something? Or is it the spawn again? If other blocks will break for you, then it's the spawn problem again. I'll look into it. If you come by the house, there is a cave down here that we've been going in and finding lots in. It's probably setting somewhere in bucket that I can go find. Let me teleport to you real quick. And I'll see if I can mine it. Oh right, where is this iron at? Yeah, it might be at spawn here. I'm a server operator, so I can touch these things. Yeah, this is like right outside of spawn. In fact, it might be right underneath it. Because this is the spawn right here. If anyone wants to take up mushroom farming, I found a brown mushroom counterpart. So let me get back to the house. Yeah, I've been finding some really big ones. Oh right, chickens, did you drop any eggs? That it really take fall damage from that. Oh well. And I tell you one thing, bots are ruthless. Because I am still getting connection pings from bots on my site. Yeah, the server's not even listed anywhere, and somehow they're just trying to connect. I mean, it's not really causing that much of a problem, but I just keep getting like pings from non-existent things. There. Can you see those in chat? Yes. That's very funny. Okay, well, with that done, let me go look up the command. On disabling a spawn protection. I was referring to seeing the banned messages. It might be an operator only thing. I'm going to go see if I can find more sheep real quick. Alright, our spawn is very close to 0, so we can use that to navigate pretty easy, I imagine. So many trees. That's an interesting bit of landscape there. See, I adore this. This is great. Look at these massive hills, man. Like, this is crazy. Look at this. I almost want to build like here. It's right down here in the valley. I'm going to head back to spawn and look ferns. They do spawn in this version, although they're very rare. So we actually have ferns here. But you can't pick it up. Alright, and I'm lost out in the dark now. Great place to be. Alright, no worries, Celica. I can barely see the game. I had to change over to my monitor with better gamma. Or rather worse gamma. So that the brightness comes through a little bit better. There we go. I know if I'm away home. Oh, hello. Yeah, that happens. Talk about it. Mass. Alright, if you come back to the house, folks, there is an even bigger hole now. I can try to fill it up. Yeah, I was just warning you in case he come back this way. Sometimes the caves will go really deep in this game. Dang. Creepers are an issue. Oh, 7 soldier. I might work and just chopping down some trees so he can get a lot of wood for later. I also want some leaves. So I'm gonna grab those volume here anyways. Also thank you, Axe. I've got it's a bed of my own. I'll just set mine right there. Looking for was what I was doing before it got too dark. Go ahead and save the brown one. I think we have enough beds at the moment. Since Select isn't here at the moment. By the way, Stream Waters, is the game audio good enough? Cause I had to turn it up a lot. Music might have been a bit loud earlier. Alright, I can turn it back down a little bit. We've really got a lot of ground covered with torches, don't we? A right piece of a tree here. Whoa. While the tree's not there anymore. Actually jumped at that. Pretty much lately. That there was two creepers, one after another, so what do you want for that? I've always had a habit of trying to fix up the environment after it gets exploded. That will look okay, eventually. My health is really bad right now, though. There's grass up there, that's neat. Didn't see it there earlier. Here, does anyone have a bucket? Because if you do, I'll make a sugarcane farm. Thank you. You've already found gold. Crazy. And this is some fast progress. There's almost an entire stack of iron already. I think you duck. Here we shall move, this the wool box. Vocalize you as being funny today. I will say will eventually wants and bows. Because bows fire instantly in this game. At least this version. Is this like an infinite splendor of some kind? Yes, it is. I've never seen one like that. That you cannot breed animals in this game legally. So if you want their drops, you just gotta find them. Fishing and wheat is the most reliable forms of food. Although making cakes is a pretty good way to extend the items. Although I think it might consume the bucket. I see what you did there, duck. Or rather axe. I figured it would have been duck making that joke, and I just like always with the puns. I'm just trying to find a nice spot to put the set. I see a sheep. Puns are pretty good. It's not really what I wanted to do, like this will be a kind of in the way if I do it right here. Try to remember how it used to make these. And you can hear those from anywhere, can't ya? I forget, does it have to be sand for sugarcane? Probably. That's what I always grew them on. It's been a while, folks. Yes, they're next to water. I used to make like these little towers you could do with this. And so it'd be one tile here. There goes another one. This is a little bit wider than I think I usually made them, but that's fine. It's probably going to get blown up anyways. Knowing the creeper spawn rates. They do a lot of damage. But yeah, it's not exactly instant kill. So the sugarcane can grow up to at most 4 tall, so you do it just like this. Is this overly decorative? Yes. Getting interesting pronunciations today. Alright, normally, I would have this coming down in a waterfall, but now it goes on grass. Okay, if once dirt, not sand. I'm expecting it jump like any moment. Welcome back, Silica. Yet the texture pack is optional. I haven't been using it, just mostly because I forgot to have it on. I can go put it on. We got a creeper incoming. It's right here. Ergo, that worked. Things off at my recognition tonight. But yep, that was some good teamwork. I mean, really, the only reason why I'm building this like this is because I remember having one. Let me get some lighting in here. Ouch! Nether is in the game. It's very simple. So don't expect a whole lot when you go down there. Nice job, Celica. That should be the first diamonds of the playthrough. Oh, thank you, Duck. Yet go ahead and put it in the chest axe. if you can find a good spot for it. That kind of works out. Of course this side needs to be brought out further. May just trim stone. Let me just trim some stone, and we'll keep going. I should probably see what's going on in the mines instead of staying up here the entire time. Would thank you for the pants. Oh right, that's a fort there. A hole. You're trying to get me in trouble, Tonic. Recognize her. Alright, let me start moving the water up here. Oh, you found a slime. Mark that coordinate down because that's the only way to find them. She's getting all of the server first. Alright, cow, get off the grass. It keeps breaking the seats. Their impudence was met with the ultimate punishment. This is true hamster. Why is this such a massive here? Resetting vocal recognition. Hello. Alright, we're back. That can be the first person to create a duck monument. Just trying to even out this water on the top, it's crazy. I mean, I suppose the easiest way would simply to be fill in the underside. I suppose I can do that. And that rain's so loud. Oh right, let me not drown. Okay, now we'll make this sit correctly. Alright, and from here, we just mine this out. Now is there that much use to sugarcane? Not really. But I always like making these. Let me go see what's going on in the caves here. Oh, blue diamond. Here, we'll put it in the box. First piece of slime. We do actually have enough to make a piece of tent, if we so desire. Now would it be a good idea? I don't know. Eventually we need one for the museum, I suppose. Not weird, just cranking through and finding the progression items. See if we have 2 diamonds, we can make a diamond, huh? Which is obviously the most important thing to make. Things need to go away. There are just too many creepers, man. Alright, do we have any directions to the Great Hole? Because I have no idea where it's at. Wheatley seems to be leading me somewhere. Oh, well, this is a lot. Feel like you can get lost down here easy. Well, I'm gonna grab this coal, and I'm going to see if I can keep going down. What do you need? Tested interact. Interesting. It's redstone down here. This stuff takes forever to mine. Forgot about that. Were you trying to throw snowballs? I see Select is already on the way. Ticket up portal made. Normally doesn't have a problem with Celica. Normally, it's just now seeing Select for some reason. Yeah, Obsidian takes absolutely forever. Cake is good, it can be shared. It's just kind of expensive on the bucket, I think. I see duck. Oh, is this the hole? I see. Yeah, you get these sometimes. I honestly kind of want to go scout out that one valley. Cause that seemed like a prime building spot. Maybe an eventual project can be making a road from spawn to wherever we go to. I will say if you're going on another, do not bring the diamond pick or anything particularly valuable. Because the chances of falling off into lava are very high down there. and I have no idea where I'm at anymore. I'm at arrows. That's a lot of things. I think I might have felt a dungeon volks. I'm hearing a lot of spawns. Also, hey hero. Well, yeah, I'm getting a lot of zombies where I'm at, so there's probably a spawner around here somewhere. Why he gate? You'd almost think there is a creeper responder. What do you mean by torch thing? It may just by placing torches over it. If so, then yes. Because spawners are just based off of light level. A zombie spawner isn't that bad. I mean, the infinite arrows is nice at least. Oh right, night indirect. You do that. I will leave the server running, so just build whatever you want. There is something kind of special about just going through caves in this game. Exploring the little labyrinth. creeper down there. And with the way generation works, you could see how people would try to tell urban stories about haunted worlds. Alright, Curl, and I hope it's ok. Do take care. Yeah, I am running out of torches. I can make more, but I would just like to get out of here. Who even knows where I'm at anymore? Oh, that's nice and normal of you, creeper. I see light. It has been an hour and 30 minutes, by the way. You've already got glowstone. A system fast progress. Also this a lot of brown mushrooms. There goes another bomb in the distance. A duck see your name. If he had this way you can get out. That was a horrifying noise. I apologize for that. Oh right, where in the world are we? Oh, it's just right here. Yeah, it might be worthwhile to safety that. It'll be worth keeping for later because we can just go ahead and make a cobblestone farm out of it. My sugarcane tower's doing okay. I did get a full stack of coal. I'm going to take that with me though, 'cause I need to make torches. Now, put the rest of this back. It does have a different vibe to it. That's what I like about it. Even with the creeper jump scares and stuff, it's still just kind of vibe, and we can all try and sleep for once. But the game is so much less complicated. Nothing really to stress about it, just kind of do what you like. Saddle can only be used on pigs in this version. Which broadly means you're not going to be able to keep it around. It's kind of just a curiosity. I tried to get it. Some there a menace. And you would be surprised at how early the factory mods started being made. But I don't think there are any active around this playing time, especially not ones that work in multiplayer. Since that was a giant concern back then. A lot of stuff just didn't work in a multiplayer. Alright, Doc, no worries. Oh hey, we got cocoa beans. You can't grow those in this game, so those are very rare. Also, we just have a chicken inside the house. And is gone. It's a chicken, a duck, a hamster, and a sentient axe. And two girls. Does anyone have bones? We've got two wolves. Did they all get used up on bone meal? Dang. Oh well, we can go look for a skeleton real quick. Should still be around. As long as Duck is here, they shouldn't spawn. Last one of them thought it was just the arrow. No bone buddy here, more skeletons somewhere. Got one. Spider skeleton. Harry is silly. Okay, that's two bones. Probably not enough, but I can get lucky. Hello, dog. Oh, I got it. The all it took was two. Question is, as a where do I build a doghouse? The recognition or you off? Seems like it's off. Struggling there for a second. Asia thing. Hey Shinny. If you wanted to join, there was options. They're still open. I can always whitelist you whenever you need. That's fine by me. Danamica. Sign. That's a callback. Alright, I'm going to go and take some supplies and build a starting house at. Possible build spot. Possible build spot. I don't know why that repeated twice. I shall leave Miss Bones in your care. There's still one wolf out here, by the way. If you find any other buns, lots of roses here I want to pick up. By the way, how are you doing the night shinny? Celica is working away. Oh right, here's the valley I want to work with. I think you could build a nice little town here. Yeah, this place is just too cool, man. Can't pass this up. This feels like Premier that territory. I'm going to work on cutting some trees down to go ahead and open up the space. Or you know, it could also be getting late. Yeah, the colors are very vibrant at this point in time. I could go and turn on the texture pack real quick. Here is Painterly Pack. It's a lot darker of a vibe. This was like one of the first like really good texture packs. Also, the chickens are now ducks, I believe. And you can very quickly see how much darker this game gets. It might be worth starting to build right here. I'll just start with something kind of simple. Is it lighter for you? 'Cause I find this to be like way darker than modern Minecraft. Interesting. Oh, if you had a shader on, they tend to do that. I'm probably going to get scared by creepier here in a second. See, there is what I tell you. I would say you gain a sense for these things, but I end up getting scared by them all the time. A server. Oh right, see a silica. Thank you for stopping by. That was incredibly delayed. I'm getting a little fat. Fancy with this? You really need to be. I don't really need to be. The what can I say? The creativity hits. House needs a little bit of windows on it. Casino things like that. I probably haven't checked. Surprisingly not actually note, just as you said something. Yeah, of course he's right there. Follow me over here, you jerk. I suppose I'll try and set up like a good dip-up over here. That way you can deconstruct it later, if you so desire. Yeah, there's not much I can do about the rain. I did bring a lot of cable, so I can probably build this construct out of it. But thank you for letting me know, Dal. I know, right? This is why people are still so crazy for this version of the game. You take everything in at your own pace. Oh, Duck, in regards to what she was saying. Shinya mean. It's just very relaxing. You can take everything at your own pace. I think the only scary thing is the creepers. There is also an aspect of it in single player, which is kind of like peaceful solitude. This world, as there's really no other existing structures in. Only thing that's there is the dungeon. Which I've also heard is a benefit for some folks because it doesn't put any pressure on how good your construction has to be. Only thing you have to compare it to is a half-built rectangle. Meanwhile, in the modern Minecraft, if whatever you're building doesn't look as good as the villages, then it looks kind of off. And sure, if you're on a server, then you are competing with other players for designs, but Or do I have much cobble left? Not really. Yeah, I don't need much more. I was just looking to create a little depot for folks out here. Yeah, that worked out pretty well. I wonder if I could put a furnace under their own. Yep, that's where I met with that Jenny. Like you really do just kind of do whatever you want. Like I know I have goals on the server for folks, but you really just do what you need to. Whatever you want, really. Just some loose goals. I couldn't remember if there's a way to get the trapdoors to use them like windows. Hey, Doc. And I understand that weekly. That's why I ended up playing a lot of modded back then, as well. but I find in multiplayer, you can kind of give each other goals in a way. Old sounds do also have a certain charm to them. Oh right, well, it is 11 o'clock on my side. I spent 2 hours, that'll probably be enough for me. Especially given I have work tomorrow morning. But I built this little depot spot. You can bring all the things you need to build with here. You can eventually deconstruct this if you want to. You can style it up, you can make it wider. I do not mind. The old free to continue playing. You're very welcome, Duck. We can see what sort of community adventures we get up to. Alright night, everyone. I'll write out, but it's just to say hello to somebody. Good night, everyone. I'm gonna go ahead and set up the raid. Glad I finally got this working, took enough fumbling around. I will read into this person. I've seen them around a little bit before. Alright night, everyone.